Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, I would like to thank each of you, the media, for coming out today. Our message to the public would never get heard if the media, you all wouldn't be here to help spread that message to the public. So I can't thank you enough. On behalf of the men and women, South Carolina Highway Patrol, and the Director Woods at South Carolina Department of Public Safety, I really want to say thank you. I'm Colonel Christopher Williamson, Commander of the South Carolina Highway Patrol. We ask you here today because we want to share our concerns about what we are seeing on our roadways and to let you know that what we are doing to combat dangerous and deadly driving behaviors in South Carolina as we head into July 4th weekend and continue through the 100 deadly days of summer. I want to thank our local law enforcement partners, South Carolina Department of Transportation, our own state transport police, for standing alongside us as we collectively strive to reduce highway fatalities and collisions. So far this year, South Carolina has seen 496 total fatalities on our roadways compared to 468 last year. Last year, there were 11 deaths on South Carolina roadways during the Independence Day holiday travel period, which begins this Friday and runs through Monday at midnight. In the past year, South Carolina has followed a nationwide trend of increasing fatalities and collisions, as well as vehicles traveling at excessive speeds and engaging in deadly driving behaviors. Those deadly driving behaviors involve tailgating, weaving in and out of traffic, and driving under the influence. When people think of fatality and collision reduction, they usually think of blue lights. And while high visibility blue lights is vitally important, reducing highway deaths also means understanding our data. That is how we collect the data to show us where the collisions occur, the time of day, and the day of week. Through our existing smart cop technology, we are using those statistics more effectively to direct our troopers to those exact roadways and the precise times so that we can conduct proactive enforcement to curtail these deadly collisions. Working with our partners at DOT, using our long-range strategic highway safety plan to guide our efforts, as well as in-house real-time dashboards and heat maps to show us where these collisions are occurring. In order to be responsive to the data, we need more boots on the ground, and this is why we have created specialized teams drawing from headquarters personnel and specialty teams within the South Carolina Highway Patrol and the State Transport Police. These teams will supplement manpower in the field as they join our field troop commanders. This will be called the Area Coordinated Enforcement, and these teams were developed this summer to provide assistance to the 7 Highway Patrol troops with the goal of improving response times of high call volumes and major travel holidays, and to reduce serious injury and fatal collisions. We want to thank our partners at DOT for continuing to provide funding for our safety improvement teams, as well as our ACE task forces. Those ACE task forces work in teams to bring resources to hot spots where the troop may be seeing problems with collisions or a pattern of violations that lead to collisions and fatalities. We are also using some different tools to help accomplish this mission as well. While the Highway Patrol has widely used unmarked cars for several years, resulting from the Ford Mustang to our Chevy Impalas and to the old Crown Victorias. Today, as you can see around us, we are unveiling some new vehicles that you may see on our roadways to blend in with our fully marked vehicles as well. You may ask as the media, or you may ask as the public, why unmarked cars? These vehicles allow troopers to blend in with traffic to better detect and enforce aggressive driving behaviors causing injuries and fatalities. This enforcement approach toward these deadly driving behaviors will feature a mix of marked and unmarked cars, including the newest additions to the Highway Patrol's fleet. Unmarked Chargers featuring an assortment of body and stripe colors. We are unveiling those today so that the motoring public knows that these vehicles are on the roadways, and just like our marked vehicles, will be used to enforce our traffic laws. As a member of the motoring public, if you are pulled over by an unmarked vehicle and you would like to confirm that the traffic stop is legal or it is a trooper, please put on your flashes, slow down to indicate your cooperation, and follow the trooper's instructions. You may also call Star HP at any time. These new enforcement tools are important, but none are more important than your help. Please join us in working to make our roads safer by following traffic laws, and ensure your family and friends do the same as well. Last year, during the 100 deadly days of summer, which is that period between Memorial Day and Labor Day, last year at that time, more than 360 lives were lost on our roadways, and these were the leading causation factors that caused those collisions and fatalities. Speeding or driving too fast for conditions, failure to yield the right-of-way, and driving under the influence. We still have many weeks to go before the end of summer, so let's get there safely together. Let's all cooperate together. Let's work together with the motoring public and make sure this is done safely. Again, to the media, thank you for your time today, and to members of the public, we need your help to stop this aggressive driving. Now I would like to introduce Colonel Dean Deal of the State Transport Police to talk with you about his efforts to combat commercial motor vehicle traffic enforcement. Colonel Deal.
Thank you, Colonel. Good afternoon. I'm Colonel Dean Deal, Commander of the State Transport Police. We are pleased to join our partners with the South Carolina Highway Patrol and other law enforcement agencies in our collective goal to make South Carolina roadways safer. I want to first help you understand a little bit more about our mission. STP officers enforce state and federal laws regulating commercial motor vehicles. The major goals are to protect the motoring public by preventing collisions through proactive enforcement, removing unsafe drivers and vehicles from the roadways, protecting our environment from hazardous materials being transported on our roadways, and preventing the premature deterioration of our roadways through the STP size and weight enforcement program. During COVID-19, we saw just how much we depend on large trucks to transport goods across our state and the nation. Our goal is to keep that process moving smoothly and safely. In 2019, more than 11% of all fatal collisions in South Carolina involved a commercial motor vehicle. In 2018, there were 33,654 fatal crashes. Nearly 14% of those involved were large trucks or buses, according to the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration. We look forward to working with the Highway Patrol and the ACE task forces to identify and enforce aggressive or unsafe driving behaviors through our traditional efforts, but also while using our safe drive vehicles, which are comprised of unmarked pickup trucks and Tahoes. These officers are well versed in the enforcement of egregious traffic violations, including speeding, DUI, reckless driving, and drug interdiction. But addressing these issues is about more than presence. We have to know where to direct our manpower and why. Our areas of focus will be determined using historical data that indicate patterns of serious and fatal commercial vehicle collisions by location, day of the week, and time of day. In addition to these traffic offenses, STP officers will also focus on ensuring commercial vehicle drivers are in compliance with hours of service regulations. Officers will also be vigilant regarding unsecured loads, serious equipment violations, and distracted driving behaviors that may contribute to collisions. I ask that everyone remember these tips when driving around large trucks. Maintain a safe distance around the trucks, and remember those trucks cannot stop as safely as your vehicles can, or as quickly as your vehicles can. Do not ride in a truck's blind spot. Do not cut a truck off or stop suddenly in front of them. Let's all work together, share the road, and keep each other safe this summer.